Hello, my friends around the world. Today I was without power. I just have a little charge left on my laptop, so I'm gonna make this video before I go to work. It's now 7:03 in the morning. I got up about 4:30 because I didn't know what time it was, and I didn't want to use the rest of my charge on my laptop. The power went out about 10:30 last night after I wrote this really nasty post about a couple people in my family who for some reason don't think I'm worthwhile enough to support by co-signing for me on a car loan for my wife. Um, this is my love bombing. Every time I use this heart, it's because I'm love bombing. Um, I was in Japan for 13 years. My ex-wife's older brother, who was younger than me, co-signed for me even when I was going through a divorce almost with my ex-wife. We had gone about 3 times about to divorce, and finally I decided to move out of her parents' house because that was the one stipulation to stay married to her is I had to move from Sendai to Niigata to live with her parents, and I didn't want to live with her parents. That's why I chose to go to Sendai when I married her, because one of the agreements was we would live with her parents for the rest of our freaking life. And I had my fingers crossed behind my back. I said I don't want to do that, but I said I would do it, of course, because that was the only way that her family would agree to let me marry her. So after living with them for a year, they finally said, okay, you can go live off on your own. And at that time, I have no credit in Japan, so my ex-wife's older brother signed for an apartment for me. I was never late on my, actually, no, it was a 2-story house. I was never late on any payments. Even after we got a divorce, I kept making payments on that house. I never was late on any payments, and it never affected his credit. And I don't know if it helped my credit whatsoever in Japan, but after that I got a credit card with Eon, and then after about a year and a half having a credit card with Eon, I got a gold credit card with Eon. For 13 years in Japan, I paid every month about $200 or $300 to my student loans from Soka University of America. And it was very difficult to pay because you had to go to the post office and get a cashier's check, and you had to pay $25 for the cashier's check and $5 for the certified mailing of it. And they demanded that you pay the $5 to certify that it's mailed to pay my student loans. So I did that for about 10 years to pay off my student loans. One of my student loans was really high interest, so my ex-wife's mother decided to give me a loan to pay off that one without any interest. So I did this loan with her. And even after I divorced my ex-wife, I kept paying my ex-wife's mother to pay off the student loan. I paid her completely off. I never was a day late on any payments. I've been back from Japan now. I quit all my jobs in Japan, moved here. I've really struggled, but my family, my younger brother who has good credit and my older brother who has good credit won't sign for me. They wouldn't sign me for my apartment, so I had to pay double rent. I had to pay first and last month's rent, which is normally not required, and I had to pay double the normal security deposit. So I had to pay $1,500 security deposit. Now I'm trying to get a car loan so my wife and daughter have a car because they're finally moving here after I've been here for a year and a half without them. And no one in my family, the only 2 people that really qualify is my older brother and my younger brother, and they for some reason don't think I'm credit worthy enough with them, even though I have perfect credit. I just have no credit score because I've been in Japan for 13 years. So I wrote this really nasty post on my Facebook, and then right after that, the power went out, so I can't see anyone's response to that. And it's now 7 o'clock in the morning. Since 10:30 last night, my power went out. I chanted most of the morning because I didn't know what time it was, and I wanted to wait for the sun to get up so I don't fall asleep. And my cell phone broke about 3 days ago, and I brought it into this cell phone place. It should be back, a new screen, on they said Saturday. So I was so worried I'd be late to work that I just woke up at like 4:30 and started chanting and sending my family daimoku, and my wife and daughter and my rest of my family in Japan who all supported me. Even my host family in Japan supported me signing on a few different things, even though they're not even related to me in marriage or in blood. But my own family in America, for some reason, think that. And the crazy thing is, this whole year and a half that I've been in the U.S., I've sent at least $500 to $1,000 to my wife and daughter to support them while I've been busting my ass working 7 days a week. I had 2 jobs, actually 3 jobs when I first got here. One job, I didn't make any money, so finally I quit that one because it was insurance sales and I wasn't doing well. And then I got another third job, and that wasn't, I didn't make any money at that either. But I was working 7 days a week. I was working the insurance sales. I was doing teaching at what was it called? California School of English, and I was working at a health club on the weekends. So I worked 7 days a week for the last year and a half that I've been here. Now I'm in car sales. I've been doing pretty good. Haven't been doing great, but I haven't been unemployed for the whole year and a half I've been here, and I've been sending $500 to $1,000 to my wife every month. And they don't think I can pay off a $9,000 car loan. That's $220 a month. That's my own biological family, that my non-biological families in Japan all co-signed for me on different things. Actually, my ex-wife's mother also signed for me on a motorcycle loan. So it's crazy that they never once questioned my ability to pay or my ability to honor my loans in Japan for the 13 years I lived there. Even when I was unemployed for 9 months in Japan, I still managed to pay my rent. I never was late. I still managed to pay off all my things I needed to pay off. But my biological family thinks I'm not going to pay $220 a month for a car loan for my wife, so my wife and daughter have. So I have a motorcycle. I don't know how I'm going to pick them up at the airport. Luckily my daughter's school is walking distance from our apartment, but my wife's not going to enjoy living in California without a car, and I'm going to be at work every day on my motorcycle, and I can't drive my daughter and my wife on my motorcycle. So it's a sad commentary on family in Japan, in U.S. compared to family in Japan, that your own biological family won't support you, help you out, just being a co-signer. I'm not asking for any money from them. I'm not asking for anything. I've been working a year and a half since I've been back. I haven't been one day unemployed. I've never been late on any payments I've had in the U.S. in the year and a half I've been here. And in the 13 years in Japan, I paid off all my student loans, over $30,000 in student loans, and I don't have any credit because in U.S. student loans don't count towards credit. I've had now a secured credit card for about 4 months, but no, it's actually probably been longer than that, almost a year, but that still doesn't qualify you to get a car loan. And I work at a car dealership, and they said they possibly can get me a car loan approved on a brand new car, but I don't want a brand new car. I want a used car. And I got a really good deal on a $9,000 used car in the used car lot. And that's the one I'm trying to get a co-signer for. So if any of you people out there want to adopt me as your family, because my family's a piece of shit, then like this, and actually if I put this on YouTube, I'll make a little bit of money if you like it and share it, just to tell you how piece of shit my family is. That means I love them, because I'm love bombing them to let them know how much of a piece of shit they are acting as. I know that's not really their true selves, but that's their faith is to fear nothing. They don't have any faith in me or in their life or in the universe. All right, peace out. I love you all.